Federal courts just blocked Trump's White House project. His response ran straight to the Supreme Court. Guys, this one is moving fast, and it's genuinely wild. A federal appeals court ruled against Trump's $400 million White House ballroom project. Two to one discussion. We judges said Congress never approved this kind of construction, not the president alone. And Trump's response immediately he called it the ruling horrendous and unlawful, and filed an emergency appeals straight to the Supreme Court. Think about what pace court rules Friday. Emergency appeal followed almost immediately. Here's where it's get interesting. To justify why this ballroom needs to be built right now. Urgently, no deals. His legal team leaned on something unexpected. Security threats, a list of them, referring considers a multiple incident, a security breach near a White House event, a shooting incident near where White House conflict, a false plot involving is explosive armored drones at a public event, a missile threat against Air Force One reported last month. A sniper incident near a golf property and an early shooting where a bullet struck the president ear. That's the official justification laid out in legal filing, not a speculation. It's a part of the actual court record now. Stop with me here for a second. If your government said we need a $400 million building immediately because of security threats, would you rather convince you, or would you want to motorize separations first? Tell me in the comment, because the money part matters too. The administration said the funding came from private donors, including major corporations. While the money moved through a non-profit went into a National Park Service account, typically used for basic White House maintenance. Court records foreign film of fees chain. Critics call this workaround. Supporters call it philanthropic, solving a public need. Both sides are already living up. Now, here's a separatist storyline happening at the exact same time. And it's about something people feel every single day. Gas price. New polling shows Trump's disapproval rating on the gas price is the highest ever recorded for any president, not close to previous numbers, the highest ever according to that specific tracking. And this is just one political side being upset. The polling shown disapproval closing party lines, including a majority of his own base. When even loyal supporters start pushing back on the cost of living, that a signal worth for paying attention to. Meanwhile, on foreign policy, the Treasury Secretary announced new economic measures targeting Iran, promising what being called unprecedented isolation. However, what translates in real result, it's still an open question. We've seen strong promises about the region before what didn't fully play out as described. And there's not another question story ruling underneath all of this. Reports say the USA sent NATO allies and the questionnaire assessing relevant of support for current American foreign policy position tied to future military presence in Europe. That's a significant shift in how alliance relationships are typically handled. Here's my honest take. When legal battles cost of living anger and shifting alliance dynamic all show up in the same week. That's not just noise, that's a government under real pressure on the multiply funds simultaneously. I wanted to be fair, though the administration argue the Bellroom project is about long-term security infrastructure, not a personal luxury, and that economic pressure tied to global conflicts aren't fully within any single leadership control. Voice are real contemporary arguments worth holding in mind. So tell me, does the citizen security threats to justify a $400 million building could change how you see this story? Or does it feel like a justification after the fact? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear where you land on this.